He's really counting us down today. Yes.
There we go.
I feel like we're. Am I up? No. Okay.
You're up.
I was up too high.
Oh.
My chair got deformed here.
Something did.
Something
Are
did.
you sure it's not like a short between the chair and the floor?
There's a lot. Of
Oh, you know what that would be, don't you? That'd be you. There's my joke for the
So many
day.
jokes. Before we get started, can we talk about your party
Sure.
on Friday? I got
And
to
thank you
step
for
in.
coming, by the way.
It was so fun.
Yeah, it was.
Live music.
Yep. Did you get a beverage?
No one offered me a beverage.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's okay. It's fine. Next year, maybe.
No, I'm mad.
I left mad. But
Did
it's
you?
Okay. No. I
Oh,
didn't.
good.
No.
I was going to say, we can make up for it today.
I was just happy to be there. Mainly because there was like the most amazing that gal's voice.
Oh,
was
she's incredible.
so good.
Yeah, yeah.
So good.
Yeah, she's laying out that Bonnie Raitt. It's like, wow, are you kidding me?
Yeah. It was, and saxophone. I mean, just they were so great. So what a surprise! Was that planned? I feel like it wasn't planned.
We kind of. We had gotten her kind of figured out she's going to be here. We knew her dad was the sax player. He was going to make it.
Okay.
Drummer she found last minute.
Cool.
And who else do we have?
The guitar.
Oh, guitar player.
Yeah.
I happened to run into at a funeral the day before.
Sure.
And line that up.
Yeah.
So none of these guys had ever played with each other or anything before.
You
and-
would have never guessed.
But they're all good enough where you sit and talk about a song for a minute and they'll figure it out.
Oh
So,
yeah, she was
yeah,
like
they were awesome.
hit the beat, and the
Yeah.
drummer was just
Yep.
it was crazy. So it was awesome to be here and just see some of the fun happening and enjoy a little bit of a celebration. You had said 4, and then I found out it was 3.
3.
So
Did I say 4? 3 years.
Yeah, you said 4.
Yep.
So, but I got it right. So, but we're back. We're in it to win it. Everyone survived their St. Patty's Day weekend and that last storm, and we're just gearing up for the next one. So here we are. It is Tuesday, the 21st. This is Put a Fork in It, Grand Forks' most exciting virtual live, or if you're watching it later, video cast. My name's Courtney Barstead Logan. I'm a realtor with Remax Grand, and on social media at Grand Cities Living. If you want to make a complaint on me for licensing purposes, you can find me once in a while at 1375 South Columbia Road, Suite G here in Grand Forks. And intern Carly is on her second round of spring break.
Yeah, where's she now?
Now she's in Florida.
Okay.
So yeah, I've been following her on Instagram, and she's got like all the luxury cars and things. I need to start vacationing with the interns.
Hopefully they're not in Miami. You hear what's going on down there? They got a
Yeah.
curfew and stuff going on.
Crazy.
Yeah.
A friend of mine was just in Miami doing with her family. And but I love, was it the mayor yesterday who was like, we don't ask for spring break, we don't want spring breakers.
No,
So,
yeah.
yeah, it was crazy. I saw a meme yesterday, which was funny. It was like, at 46, John, you are not on spring break, you're on sick leave, you know? So like, you've got all these people, I'm like, why are they there? You know, like, go a different time. But
Yeah, it's called retirement.
It's called retirement. Yeah, you're not, spring break's over. So, but yeah, kind of crazy. I think I'll have to check my calendar. I think she's back next week unless she, goes for another.
She might stay.
She might. And live your best life, Carly. So if you're watching, I'm sure you are from Florida. Enjoy yourself. We miss you, and we'll see you next week. So have a guest today. Very exciting. I think she's a little nervous because she's never been in the hot seat. But Stephanie Barstead, Dr. Stephanie Barstead, DPT, as I like to say, is in the house. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, if the name sounds familiar, we do share my middle name and her last name. So she is married to my brother.
Oh,
I
didn't
know.
know that.
Some sympathy there for her if we can. She is, we talked a little bit about you last week in your role with Kara when we talked with Home Therapy Solutions. In your role as a physical therapist, but you also run a business yourself called Go Run Strong. And it's super interesting because you are local, but you have basically an international reach for your group and your business. And so wanted to introduce that to people as they are maybe sitting on the couch thinking, should I run, or perhaps getting back into running, or if you're like Dale here, who's hitting the trail here next week, Dale.
Yeah,
yep.
next weekend.
Yeah, he's an area expert as well. So, so tell us a little bit about yourself and what got you into your business.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm a physical therapist, obviously. Been doing that for 15 years. Through that, I got into learning more about how to treat runners, being a runner myself on and off since middle school, really. And I just found that my love for running and my love for like helping people as a physical therapist could combine, and I combined them and kind of learned how to help people other ways instead of just helping them after they were hurt. And so I became a run coach and started a Facebook group that is now over 10,000 people, which is insane.
Crazy. I know.
I mean, I started that, it was before the pandemic. It was pre-pandemic. This wasn't a pandemic group. I started before that, and it's just exploded lately. And it's all about beginners. I want to help people at the beginning of their journey to learn how to not get hurt. So that's what I do.
Yeah.
My passion.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm giving her kudos just for being a physical therapist.
Yeah.
They were a big part of my life for a long time. Nice job.
Nice
Thank
job.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Way
that's
to
awesome.
save the day. Yes.
Yeah, it's like law enforcement and physical therapists. And military. I thank them all the same. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you
Thank
for your
you.
service. Yes.
Thank you for that. Yes. We love what we do. We're passionate about what we do as therapists, and sometimes
So yeah, sometimes.
don't get the recognition that. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
don't. No, that's what I'm here for.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
John he's probably a model client. I'm not, because I'm the one that's like, you're like, are you doing your exercise? And I'm like, well, so
I did them
it's-
that one time.
I did it one time. It didn't work. So now
Yeah,
what?
so I'm not doing it.
I'm not doing it
Still
again.
hurts.
Still
Tell
hurts.
me what
So
to do.
I guess
Yeah.
I can't do this anymore. Yeah. So on the running scene, share a little bit about your history in running and what you've done. You were a college athlete, and then what kind of brought you into more competitive running
I
and
don't know about competitive. But,
okay, well, competitive with yourself,
right.
Right.
With myself, that's for
Yes.
sure. So yeah, I ran track in middle school. Mostly played soccer my entire, life really since second grade. And running was just kind of something to stay in shape really for soccer. I got talked into running cross country in high school instead of playing volleyball. And so that started kind of my more long distance running, but still soccer was my love. And I came up here to UND and walked onto the soccer team, thankfully got a spot and played there for 4 years. And then once that was done, I was like, okay, well now what? So I just started running again, and had some friends that were on the track team and at UND, and they said, well, why don't you do the Fargo Half Marathon? And so that was like my first race really, and kind of got me hooked for a few years there on doing races. So I ended up doing 4 full marathons, and I've done a bunch of halves and 10Ks and 5Ks and all that. And it was a lot of fun. Now at this point in my life with kids and work and everything, I'm just trying to maintain and be able to run as long as I can. So I'll do some races here and there, but like you said, I'm just competitive with myself mostly. So
and the fun ones, just to give credit where credit's due, you did qualify and complete the Boston Marathon.
I did
So, I mean, that's something that you have to put out there on your resume.
many years ago.
That's,
but yes,
hey,
I
who's
did.
counting, right? Who's
Well, I am,
counting?
but-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a big deal. You've done triathlons, done, just different things like that, which, I think add credibility to like, okay, I never want to do a Boston Marathon. You encouraged me to attempt. We ran the Disney Princess Half Marathon.
Well, you were very pregnant.
I was
but
31 weeks pregnant.
You did it.
Yep. I finished 10 and a half miles.
Yes, that's awesome.
So it was fine. I was happy to be pulled in on the bus afterwards. But you had finished, and it's just more fun to have, someone else there with you. And I mean, is there a better race than being at Disney World?
I don't think so. I mean, it wasn't like a race.
No,
like
oh my gosh, it
people are
was
stopping
magical.
to take pictures and stuff, which I didn't really expect that, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I went into it thinking, okay, this is a race, and then like got into it. I'm like, okay, we'll just finish this one. It's
Oh my
hot,
gosh.
it's humid, and it's fun. It's fun to see everyone. So yeah, that was
so
a
many
fun race.
Tinkerbells and yeah, and they
All the
have music.
costumes.
Yes.
Yep.
So, I look at it as I was not a runner. I think I signed up for my first 5. I think I did 10K because down in Fargo, the 5K was the day before the actual race. But some of my friends at the time that I worked with were like, let's do the 10K. And I don't, maybe my mom's listening or not, but she was like, you can't run a 10K. And I was like, thank you.
Thanks, Mom.
Yeah, thank you, Mom, for that encouragement. So ran my first 10K and then just kind of started doing little 10Ks, which the more I did them, the more I realized how impactful running is for, just mentally. And then what a great way to shred pounds.
Yeah.
I'm just going to put that out there. Like, I have not found anything else that is more just better for if I'm looking at a weight loss and for toning. And so it was really, in a way, it was kind of addictive because I was getting a lot of great benefits.
You were addicted for a little while there.
I
What did we do? Like
was.
3 races that one day?
Oh my gosh, yeah, we did color race, the Buxton race.
Buxton 5K.
That was a fun one.
I feel like we
Yeah,
did
I
another
don't
one that
know.
day too, but
Yeah.
that's the only time I've ever done that.
Yeah.
More than one race in a day.
It was super fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. But different ways to do that. And I think the thing that, for people to check out with your business and the Facebook page, specifically getting in that group is, if you're like me, you're sitting on the couch, you're thinking, I've always wanted to try to run, but I'm not in that group. I'm not in that level. What does that look like? And I'm always inspired by people I'm always in the back. I'm always going to be in the back, and I'm fine with that, whether I'm 31 weeks pregnant or not. I'm not I don't need to win anything, but with the energy around people. And I think people get that from the group, right? What can I do? What tips and tricks? So if somebody's sitting on the couch saying, I've never run in my life, I've got injuries, what is that? What do they do when they first reach out to you? What does that look like?
Well, I mean, honestly, get into the group. I've just reorganized some things in there. So you come in, you can sign up to get a guide, basically on telling you recommendations on how to start. There's guides on warming up, cooling down. You can ask lots of questions in the group on anything and everything. I'm in there all the time and answering questions. And I see so many people just coming in and posting, like, it's just so motivational, inspirational to see people's posts and progress. And I mean, even things like injuries, like they're injured or whatever, I'll reach out and I will help you. Like, that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. And, and I offer things that you can purchase to help you with those. But we also have a ton of free stuff in the group and on my YouTube channel and all that stuff. So.
Yeah.
It's been a fantastic group. I've gotten a ton of great feedback, and we don't let the trolls in. We kick them out because we don't do that in my group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think, for some people it's hard because they don't do well with like an at-home workout, a video or something like that, where hopefully in the next, 8 months we'll be able to run outside. We'll see what the weather brings, but it's nice because running something you can do on your own, you can get out, you can run with somebody, or that group is going to be a good, option for, hey, I've seen different things like, what do you use if it's icy out? Or I need some motivation to do, is anybody running this race? Things like that. So if someone wants to reach out and say, I've never run, I am 40 years old, this is something I want to do, where do you start with them if you signed up for coaching?
Well, I do have a beginners running program, level 1, that's basically like a couch to 5K program. Starts with run walk and including strength because that's a big injury preventer. And I mean, that would basically be where I would encourage them to start unless they needed more one-on-one support. And then, I could create custom plans or guide them through that program as well. So it's really dependent on what the runner needs.
They want to do.
Yeah.
And we did a little group here in town, you and Alyssa and I, which was fun. But if people wanted to say, like, I've got 4 friends, we want to do this, like, is this something that you can help us with, and coach us through? Is that, like, would you do private groups and get people together?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I would love to do that.
Get people motivated and going.
Yeah, reach out. I'm happy to help any way I can.
Yeah. And that's what got me started, is a group. And so I encourage people in town to do that because it was so nice, because for us, and we would do this when we ran, but it was like you heard the whistle, that was time to walk. You heard the whistle, or like when we were running, it was like, okay, walk time, run time, walk time, because it's so, if you've never really been in that space, it's so, I was always like so nervous about doing it because I knew I couldn't maintain running as much.
It's hard to push yourself.
It's really hard. Yeah.
That's one of the things that people stop. I mean, they quit because it gets hard. They can't breathe, or something starts to hurt and they don't know what to do. And so, there's so many people that I've seen in the group and online from around the world that I wish I could physically be there to run with them. I wish I could help them. And I've had them say the same thing. I wish you could just be here to run with me, to coach me. And so I try to provide as much as I can. And just like in therapy, I get in people's heads. And so then they're like, oh, she said to do this. So then they do it and they have success. And
It's awesome.
So
Yeah.
groups are great.
Yeah. And you can also recommend, and I push people to groups, you don't have to say it on here, but like different apps have been helpful where you can have it come through and say like walk time and run time. So if you're doing that on your own, there are different apps to say, so you're not looking like, is it time for me to walk?
Right.
You can look and see. For me, it was so important because I was like, okay, I only have like 20 more seconds and then I get to walk.
Yeah.
And it pipes through my music and says, walk.
Yeah.
And
So what I recommend and what I use for my programs is the Intervals Pro app for the iPhone. I've just actually in my group posted a list of Android options, but it does that. It's a HIIT like training app, but you can program it in to do whatever, and it does just that. It jumps in when it's time to stop and when it's time to go, and you can still listen to your music or your podcasts or whatever. So yeah.
It's awesome. I
Yeah.
love it. Good suggestions. A lot of other great suggestions, especially from a therapy standpoint. The socks and shoes are a huge thing, and I think that's
Huge.
I think that's huge for people to understand. You know, you can point them in the right direction of, what maybe to look for when you go and whatnot. So it's kind of an overall and also an inspirational group. So make sure to check it out. I think we've got the website up. Yeah. So Go Run Strong, which is a great new website that you just launched a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
With help of an area partner we have had on the show, a marketing coach who I'm glad you guys partnered.
Yeah. She was amazing.
Yes,
She is amazing.
Amanda Bento. So just another great partnership here, but working in the community and beyond. It's your group. I was like, how does one get 10,000 people?
It's been insane.
Yeah.
It's just been insane. Like every day I've got like this morning I had like 80 people waiting to get in. I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's insane.
Yeah. It's absolutely crazy. I'm going to be a troll and go in there sometime. Like, I'll sell a house. No.
Yeah.
I have a question for Steph.
Oh, yeah.
John, I don't know if you do the flickaroo.
There you go.
So can people who've been injured before running, because I synced up with a trainer once before after coming off a horrible MCL, ACL injury, and I thought I wouldn't run again. And so I was like, no, there's got to be a way out of this. Got synced up with a trainer at a local gym, and they got me on a path. I mean, it took several months to get the recovery process and all that too. Besides getting people into running, can you specialize in getting people back into running and like maybe even recovering from injuries they thought they couldn't recover from before?
Absolutely. Yeah. That's kind of part of the one-on-one coaching and the customization that I do, because some people are, like maybe halfway through their recovery already, but they're not sure where to start adding running into that. Some people never maybe fully recovered and they need a little bit of guidance on, no, you need to, like for an ankle injury or something, you need to do some balance exercises so that you can strengthen all those muscles around there. And same with like knee stuff, because you lose that stability, and you need stability when you're running because you're on one leg, a lot of the time. And so adding in some of those things that maybe people don't learn about during their rehab, or, some people just don't go to rehab. They just do it themselves, and it's not the greatest. So yeah, that's part of the one-on-one coaching and and wellness coaching that I do. Helping people find what works for them to be active and be healthy. So yeah, absolutely. The passion of mine is to not get injured, but if you're injured, I can help you get back too.
Yeah, I know I was terrified about even just trying to start running again, and just the way that they got me in, eased me into it with a bunch of various stretches and stuff, and to work on at home, and just kind of echo what John said a little earlier. Many thanks to all of you for helping us get back to where we need to be.
Yes, that's why I do what I do.
When she said knees, it made me think like, oh my gosh, we could get John into that next 5K. John, see, look at, he was like, wait, what? Yeah, I heard her say that. She said, maybe you have knee issues, and we'll get intern Maddie back.
Running's not bad for knees.
I'm bone on bone, both of them. I need new ones.
Okay.
Yeah, I
That's
can't
a
even
little
run to
bit
the
too far,
fridge.
maybe.
I know. Yeah, it sucks. I was supposed to have one replaced 2 years ago, and I keep putting it off. Like a
Yeah.
dummy. So
Okay.
Okay, fine.
maybe soon.
Okay, maybe after
Sorry,
you get,
man.
after you get your new knees, we'll get you going.
Okay.
I think we just dropped a challenge. See?
Only if you could be that princess one you were talking about or whatever.
Yeah,
No,
that's fun.
you know what we'll do? We'll do I think there's one in Detroit Lakes that's a beer one.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I've always wanted to do it, but like every stop there's water stops, but there's a beer stop. So people stop and they have a beer and then they. So that's your run, man.
I apologize, but all I heard after beer was wah 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 wah.
And you signed up. I think you clicked yes.
There we go. Okay,
So
okay.
I'd be like, John, you have to keep going.
All right.
Yeah. So donut
Okay.
ones. Yeah, we can find one. So yeah. So I think everyone heard that. Maybe in a year or two we'll have John Roberts on the running trail. Dale will be his sidekick.
We got this, John.
You got this, John.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. Stephanie's like, I got a customer for life.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, yes. Awesome. Well, if anybody has questions, reach out to Steph. You can drop questions in here. If you're on my personal Facebook page, sorry, I'm trying to check questions on the work one if anyone has. Oh, yeah, Paul says Dale's a big runner. We know that, Paul. You came in a little too late. We already talked about all of Dale's runnage. But, Paul, you want to be running?
No.
Okay. All right. Yep. We're not.
What, you're not going to pressure him like you did me?
No.
Oh, jeez.
Come on now.
Okay.
He's still recuperating from last week's party. So we'll get anybody connected with Stephanie in terms of if it's physical therapy or running. But I really encourage people, try it out. Maybe this spring is your time to start something new and reach out, get in the group. And if you're local, would love to run with you sometime. We'll see if I can put my little shoes on and shuffle again someday.
You can do it.
I know. I mean, those little races are addicting. Like when you're done, because you have that little teeny tiny runner's high. So then you're like, oh, I'm just gonna maybe do another one, and then
Absolutely.
yeah. And then the day of, I'm like, what did I do?
Think how excited Alistair would be to watch you
Run?
finish a race.
Maybe if it was at
Get the
Disney.
medal.
Maybe if it was at Disney. Maybe he'd be a little more excited.
Well, yeah.
yeah.
But then he wouldn't care about the running part.
No. Yeah. He'd be like, cool. Can we go get some popped corn?
Can we go see the dinosaurs?
Can we see the dinosaurs? Yeah. Maybe if there was a dinosaur 5K.
Maybe.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you for being here. I know this
Thanks
is
so
one of your
much.
least favorite things to do, and I've been
It's been fun.
asking for a while. So and if we have more questions and things like that, maybe we'll have you on this spring. We can talk about some fun stuff again.
Sounds good. I love it.
Awesome. Okay.
Thanks.
Make sure with everything you do today, you start running and you put a fork in it. Have a great day.
Move with the rhythm, shake it up, start